How to create a fully functional Kanban board with drag and drop capability, saving data to local storage, adding, editing, deleting tasks, and a context menu. First, let's create a structure in the HTML file. Set the title of the web page to Kanban board. Create a container for the Kanban board. Add a column for to-do tasks. Add a column header. Create a container for tasks. Add an input field for users to enter new tasks. Add a button to add tasks. Add a column for in-progress tasks. Add a column header. Create a container for tasks. Add an input field for users to enter new tasks. Add a button to add tasks. Add a column for done tasks. Add a column header. Create a container for tasks. Add an input field for users to enter new tasks. Add a button to add tasks. Add a context menu. Create an unordered list. Add a list item for editing tasks. Add a list item for deleting tasks. Now let's write styles in the CSS file. Set the margin and padding to 0 for all elements. Apply box sizing border box to include the padding and border in the element's total width and height. Set the default font for the body. Apply a light gray background color. Use flagbox to center the content horizontally and vertically. Set the height of the body to 100% of the viewport height. Use flagbox to arrange the columns side by side. Add a gap of 20 pixels between columns. Set the background color of the columns to a light gray. Add padding of 20 pixels inside each column. Set the width of each column to 300 pixels. Ensure a minimum height of 400 pixels. Add a subtle shadow to the columns. Center the text of the column headers. Add a margin of 20 pixels below the headers. Set the text color to dark gray. Ensure a minimum height of 250 pixels for the tasks container. Set the background color of the task cards to white. Add padding of 10 pixels inside each card. Add a margin of 10 pixels below each card. Apply rounded corners with border radius 4 pixels. Add a subtle shadow to the cards with box shadow. Change the cursor to grabbing hand when hovering over a card. Add a smooth transition effect for the transform property. Change the cursor to grabbing hand when hovering over a card. Slightly enlarge the task cards when hovering over. Reduce the opacity of the task cards when they are being dragged. Set the width of the input fields to almost the full width of the column. Add a light gray border. Add a margin of 10 pixels above the buttons. Set the width of the buttons to the full width of the column. Remove the default border. Change the cursor to pointer when hovering over the buttons. Change the background color to a dark blue shade when the buttons are hovered over. Initially hide the context menu. Position to context menu absolutely. Add the shadow to the context menu. Apply rounded corners. Remove the default list style. Remove the default margin padding. Change the cursor to a pointer when hovering over the list items. Change the background color to light gray when the list items are hovered over. Now let's move on to implementing the logic using JavaScript. Initialize the dragged card to keep track of the card being dragged. Initialize the right-clicked card to keep track of the card that was right-clicked. Get the context menu element and store it in context menu. Add the event listener to the document that calls load tasks from local storage. Define the add task function that takes a column ID as an augment. Get the input element for the specified column. Get the text from the input element and trim any white space. If the text is empty, return and do nothing. Create a new task element using the create task element function. Append the new task element for the task container of the specified column. Save the task to local storage using the save task to local storage function. Clear the input field. Define the create task element function that takes text as an augment. Create a new div element for the task. Add the card class to the task element. Set the text content of the text element. Make the task element draggable. Add event listeners for drag start and drag end events. Add an event listener for the context menu event to handle right clicks. Prevent the default context menu behavior and show the custom context menu at the mouse position. Return the created task element. Select all task containers within the columns. Add event listers for drag over, drop, drag enter, and drag leave events to each task container. Define the drag start function. Set the dragged card variable to the current element being dragged. Add the dragging class to the element after a short delay. Define the drag end function. Remove the dragging class from the element after a short delay. Set the dragged card variable to null. Update the local storage to reflect the new position of the tasks. Define the drag over function. Prevent the default behavior of the drag over event. Get the element after which the dragged card should be inserted using the getDrag after element function. If not element is found, append the dragged card to the end of the container. Otherwise, insert the dragged card before the found element. Define the drop function. Reset the background color of the container to its original color. Define the drag enter function. Prevent the default behavior of the drag enter event. Change the background color of the container to indicate that the card is being dragged over it. Define the drag leave function. Reset the background color of the container when the dragged card leaves it. Define the get drag after element function. Get all draggable elements within the container, excluding the one being dragged. Use the reduce method to find the element after which the dragged card should be inserted. Return the found element. Define the save task to local storage function. Get the existing tasks for the specified column from local storage. Add the new task text to the tasks array. Save the updated tasks array back to local storage. Define the load tasks from local storage function. Loop through each column ID. Get the tasks for the column from local storage. Create a task element for each task text and append it to the tasks container of the column. Define the update local storage function. Loop through each column ID. Get all task elements within the column. Create an array of task texts from the task elements. Save the updated tasks array back to local storage. Define the show context menu function. Set the position of the context menu based on the mouse coordinates. Display the context menu. Add an event listener to the document that hides the context menu when a click event occurs. Define the edit task function. If a card was right-clicked, prompt the user to enter the new task text. If the new task text is not empty, update the text content of the card and update the local storage. Define the delete task function. If a card was right-clicked, remove the card from the DOM. As a result, we created a fully functional Kanban board with drag-and-drop capabilities, saving data in local storage, adding, editing, deleting tasks, and a context menu.